What's up, peeps? We're back. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us for our YouTube edition of the AEW Insider. It's been an absolutely huge week for wrestling. There's been multiple programming on all nights of the week. Some nights had, one show. Friday nights got like 3 shows. You got NWA, AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, you got Impact, you got Raw, SmackDown, NXT. And this weekend, it's a big weekend for WWE. They are doing their Summerslam, which they're doing on a Saturday instead of a Sunday, which is really cool. And finally, NXT gets to take over the Sunday. I mean, I think they've done it before when WWE wasn't on at that time, but it's really cool that they're going to go on second, because in my opinion, NXT is always a better show and a pay-per-view. It's just the way it is. Sorry. So on this episode, I will be doing the current cards for SummerSlam with my predictions and NXT also. Remember, if you want to win that Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse ringside collectible exclusive action figure, you got to stick around to the end of the show. Alright, we're going to kick it off with some SummerSlam. So here's the current full card and my SummerSlam 2021 predictions. Now remember, for our first timers, when I do these picks, I do not go with what the mainstream says or who people or what websites say or who is favored to win. I go by my gut, and I love great heels and I love underdogs. So just know that going in. Most of my picks will not be of the popular opinion. So first up, we do have Eva Marie versus Alexa Bliss with Doudrop. I mean, they're going to squash my gal Eva, right? Unless Doudrop turns on Bliss, and even if she does, it might not be enough for her to get the win. Yet, I'm going to go with Eva Marie. We also have Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Veer and Shanky are barred from ringside. Now, everybody wants and thinks that Drew will win. Like I said, I go for the heels, though. And Jinder, despite what people say, I think was a great WWE champion, and I hope these two do a great job. I think it's going to be one of the better matches of the night. But I got to go with the modern-day Maharaja. We also have Edge versus Seth Rollins. Now, everybody wants Edge to win, and in the end, he probably will. In reality, he is no match for the Drip God. Seth Rollins has been on fire, and he is an awesome heel. He should always be a heel. When Seth is a babyface, he's boring as fuck. These two are going to kick each other's asses. It's going to be a great match. But I got to go with Seth Rollins, a.k.a. the Drip God. We also have the Usos versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. It is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, this should be a good showing also. I mean, the Usos just won the belts, and they need them to go with the head of the table's gold. Rey and Dom teaming up is just fantastic. Vince always wants SummerSlam to be a feel-good show, a.k.a. a lot of baby faces winning. But I'm going to go with the Usos for the win. We have AJ Styles and Omos versus RK Bro for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Now, AJ and Omos have been a damn good team. I did not like them together at first, but they have been great champs. RK Bro is fucking on fire right now, and a way to keep them together for a while is to put those belts around their waist. AJ has said publicly that he is unhappy with the way he is booked on Raw, and he wants to go on single runs again. So it's time for him and Omos to drop those straps. I'm going with RK Bro. Next up, we have Sheamus versus Damian Priest. It is for the United States Championship. Now, this is going to be a very physical, kick-ass match. Priest is great. I saw him live a few times on the indies, and I knew he would be a star. It's just crazy to see him on WWE TV every week. It's very awesome. Sheamus is a beast and a workhorse, but I mean, when he is champ, he's boring as fuck. I'm sorry to say. When Priest was champ on NXT, he had a hot tub waiting for him, champagne, hot women with him, awesome cars. It was just really, really cool. I don't know if Vince will use that on the main roster, though, but anyway, I'm going with Damian Priest. We also have Bianca Belair versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, for the SmackDown Women's Championship. To me, this match is fucking boring. I'm not interested in the match at all or who's gonna win. I could care less. I like Bianca and Rhea on NXT, and it's cool to see them moved up to the main roster, but I feel that they both won those world titles way too soon. I think Bianca has been a very, very boring women's champion. Sasha has had the belt tons of times, and she makes a damn good champ when she has a worthy adversary standing across from her in the ring. But for this one, I'm going to go with the boss, Sasha Banks. Next up, we have Nikki A.S.H. versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. It's a triple threat Raw Women's Championship match. Another match I could give two fucks about. Nikki's character is so fucking dumb. It's the stupidest shit ever, yet it did get her a world title. But how do you go from Sanity Nikki Cross to this bullshit? Like I said, Vince wants people to be happy after watching and while watching SummerSlam, so she could win it. Charlotte's great. I mean, as of right now, who better? But I could go without seeing her with that belt again. Like I said, they gave Rhea the title too soon, and they are killing what she created on NXT while she's on the main roster. But out of these three, I'd rather see her win. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley. We also have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. Now this match should be quick, but hopefully good. The last time Goldberg was good was when WCW. He hasn't been good since. If he comes in again and takes that title off a champ, I'm gonna be pissed. Lashley is awesome. Great champ, and he busted his ass to get this spot in WWE. So I gotta go with the almighty Bobby Lashley. And finally, we do have the WWE Universal Championship up for grabs, which is the defending champ, aka the head of the table, aka Roman Reigns, versus John Cena. Now this match should be fucking awesome. Fuck Cena and fuck you Cena fans. It would be great to see him win that belt for the 17th time, but not if he's gonna lose it the next night or the next week and then fly back to Hollywood. If he's gonna break that record, he needs to have a strong title run with it. But we all know he's leaving at the end of this month to go shoot a new movie. Roman has carried this company since COVID last year. Vince tried to shove him down our throats for years, and I hated him, and I hated every minute of it. But this head of the table gimmick, it's so fucking gold, and it's long from over. So I gotta go with Roman Reigns, the head of the table. Next up, we have NXT Takeover 36. First up, we have the finals of the NXT 2021 Breakout Star Tournament. We have Odyssey Jones versus Carmelo Hayes. Now, both these guys are awesome, and they've both done great. They are grooming Odyssey Jones to be the next Mark Henry, though. So I think this is going to be the start of his journey of just decimating his opponents in NXT and eventually on the main roster. So I'm going with Odyssey Jones. We also have Timothy Thatcher versus Ridge Holland. Now, Ridge is a fucking beast, and they're probably going to give him the win to put him over and make him look stronger than he already does. But Hatcher is a fucking scrapper, man. Tough as nails, and I almost always have to go with him. So I'm going to go with Thatcher. We also have the 2 out of 3 falls match, which is Adam Cole, Bebe, versus Kyle O'Reilly. The first fall is a singles match. The second match is a street fight, and if necessary, the third match will be in a steel cage. So, I mean, let's be real. We know it's going to go to the fucking third match. The first 2 matches will be quick so they can get to the third. I think this should be the main event of the night, but who knows? Anyway, I have followed these 2 all through the indies. O'Reilly is awesome in ring, and he's going to be big time wherever he goes. But I and you should never go against Adam Cole. Baby. They might give O'Reilly the win and move Cole up to the main roster, but even so, I got to go with Adam Cole. We also have the 6-man tag team match, which is Legado del Fantasma versus Hit Row. Now, this match is going to kick ass. Legado El Fantasma are the shit, and they are the bomb heels, but Hit Row is all that, in and out of the ring. Fantasma will probably cheat and might get a win from doing so, but I'm going with Hit Row. We have the $1 million title up for grabs, which is the current champ, L.A. Knight, versus Cameron Grimes. If Cameron Grimes loses, Ted DiBiase must become Knight's butler. Now, I'm a big L.A. Knight, a.k.a. Eli Drake Mark. That dude is outstanding. Cameron Grimes has grown on me, and he's great in the ring, and he has a great gimmick. I picked Drake to win that belt in the first place, and he did, but we all know that Grimes deserves it. So I think they're going to give it to Cameron Grimes, but I'm going with L.A. Knight. We have the NXT Women's title up for grabs, which is the current champ Raquel Gonzalez versus my baby, Dakota Kai. Now, we all knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time for Dakota Kai to turn on Raquel. Raquel is a fucking beast. We wanted her to get that title, but she's been with it. I mean, I haven't been too excited, you know what I mean, what she's done. She hasn't done bad at all with it, but it hasn't been anything, you know what I mean, fucking great, to be honest. It is Kai's time to shine, peeps. We know Kai has been wrestling in dark matches on the main roster, though, so she could be getting called up after SummerSlam. I would love for her to have a proper NXT Women's Championship title run, and I'm going to go with Dakota Kai. Now, this match is probably going to be the match of the fucking night. It is the NXT United Kingdom title up for grabs, which is the current, long, reigning champion, Walter, versus Ilya Dragunov. Now, Walter vs. Dragunov Part 1 was one of the best, if not the best match of that year. Those two legit kicked the living shit out of each other. I want Dragunov to win, but he just could not get the job done. I think it is his time now. It is time for Walter to pass that strap to a worthy opponent, and that is Dragunov. So prepare for another match of the year with this one, peeps, and probably the best match of this pay-per-view. I'm going with Dragunov. And finally, we have the NXT Championship up for grabs, which is the defending champ Cameron Cross with Scarlett versus Samoa Joe. Now, Karrion Kross is going to the main roster. In fact, he's been there for like a month now. He has won, he has lost, but it's time for him to leave and leave that NXT World title behind. Samoa Joe was fired and rehired and is ready to return to the ring and once again become the NXT World Champion. So I gotta go with Samoa Joe. Alright, peeps, that's it for this episode. Remember, if you want to win that Bray Wyatt Ringside Collectible exclusive action figure, all you gotta do is stick around right here to YouTube. You gotta be a subscriber to our channel. If not, do so. Pick any video, including this one, and just like and share. So go to the AEW Insider on YouTube, sub to our channel, pick any video, like and share, and boom, as soon as we hit 400 subs, I will be doing a drawing and sending that prize out to the winner. Remember to show us some love on all social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube under the AEW Insider, and Twitter under the AEW Insider 1, as in the number 1. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benson. Thank you so much for joining us on the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.